In this video, I'll be sharing with you two particular battlefront in Ukraine, and on both sides, on both fronts, Ukraine is losing big time. I have actually four different type of news. All of these are bad news for Zelensky, and I will go in details for all of this and to show you guys exactly what is happening. Take a look at this map. This is the first region or the battlefront I want to talk to you guys first. So you can see this is Kursk or Kursk village, whichever way you want to call it. And in here you can see on the map, if I zoom it out, you can see where it is exactly in Ukraine on the map. You have Russia, you have Moscow there. This is all part of Russia, and Kursk is right here. So you can see from this one, so this is the Ukrainian territory, and the Russian, actually this is a Russian territory, not Ukrainian. Kursk is a Russian territory, and this is where recently Ukraine launched those missiles into Russia. Yes, this is inside of Russia. So let's talk about this particular news. What is happening right now is that Ukraine, they're accusing Russia of using North Korean soldiers to fight in this region, okay? And this is also coming from the Western governments, where they're accusing Russia of using these troops or outsourcing these troops from all the way from North Korea. Now I want you to take a look at this report first, and then you will know more in details what I'm talking about.
From one war front to another, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says that Russia is deploying North Korean troops in the Kursk region. He cited a report saying that North Korean soldiers are being deployed in units alongside Russian soldiers. Zelensky suggested that Russia has included the North Korean troops in combined units, and they're now using them for operations in Kursk, where Ukraine has launched an incursion in August 2024.
Okay, so Kursk is a region that was untouched by Ukraine so far in this whole war, simply because it is inside of Russia, and they did not want to go inside of Russia because Russia had a red line for Ukraine and also for NATO, especially for NATO, that if you cross to our border, you will see all hell will break loose. Pretty much that's what the message was from Putin. And then you have this new offensive in Kursk region, thanks to those ATACMS missiles and Storm Shadow missiles that Ukraine received from US and UK. Now they're going deep inside of Russia. Take a look at this report a little bit more.
Russians have begun to use soldiers from North Korea in assaults, a noticeable number of them. The Russians include them in combined units and use them in operations in the Kursk region.
Okay, so again, this is coming from Zelensky, obviously, and also from the Western governments, accusing Russia of using North Korean troops. I personally do not know how true that report is, because I have not seen anything on the internet to indicate that Russia is actually taking help from North Korea. Now take a look at this other map here. This is where it is getting even more interesting. So this is Pokrovsk. You can see right on top of me, and then you also have Zaporizhia right here. Zaporizhia is right here, as you can see on my finger here. And then you also have Dnipro on top, on the left top of Zaporizhia. Dnipro, let's start with this. So Dnipro was attacked by those Oreshnik missiles from Russia, we know that. Then Zaporizhia was attacked only 2 days ago with 250 plus missiles from Russia, and now they have made their attention to this particular place, Pokrovsk. Now Pokrovsk is very, very important, and this advancement from Russia is also something noteworthy. Why? Because Pokrovsk is a city that Russian military, they are now taking control. They are closing in on this particular city, and if it falls under the Russian forces, that would mean quite literally a huge blow for them. So Zelensky, he is getting absolutely impatient with his generals, and he actually fired one of them. I will actually mention to you more in a second. But Russian forces have advanced to within 1.5 kilometer of Pokrovsk, a critical Ukrainian road and rail hub in Donetsk. The city's fall could, okay, this is where things get very, very important. This city's fall could sever supply lines and cripple Ukraine's logistics, while bolstering Russia's control in the region. As Ukraine ramps up its use of US-supplied ATACMS, Moscow escalates it with hypersonic missile deployments. The battle for Pokrovsk marks a pivotal moment in the fight for eastern Ukraine. Now, this is why this, again, take a look at this map here, and take a look at this particular place, Pokrovsk, that is so important. And Russian soldiers that are already here after they have launched attacks on Dnipro and Zaporozhye. Now they're present physically, not launching missile attacks, but they're in this place physically. Russia has taken control. They're closing in on this city. Once this city falls, that would mean there will be no logistical supply to the city of Donetsk or even Dnipro. I mean, Dnipro is quite a bit shocked right now after they have seen those Oreshnik missiles. Again, Kursk's region, they are saying that the North Korean troops are involved in fighting. On the other hand, Pokrovsk region, Zelensky is freaking out because the Russian forces are closing in on this particular area. I also want to talk a little bit about this particular incident where we have seen how the media is reporting that Russia is using North Korean soldiers. So what did these North Korean soldiers do? They have wiped out 300 soldiers. Putin ally Kim Jong-un's troops wreak havoc in Ukraine, claim Kursk village. Again, this is something coming from the Western media mouthpiece about the Kim Jong-un's troops being present in the Kursk village in Russia. North Korean troops reportedly launched their first deadly strike in Ukraine, leaving hundreds dead as Kim Jong-un's forces back Putin in this escalating conflict. Global powers brace for the fallout. Okay, so again, this is just getting much and much worse. Zelensky, he's now losing his cool at generals because Putin's men make gains in Pokrovsk. So again, this because of this region, Pokrovsk, Zelensky is now absolutely terrified. He's panicking, if that is a word I can use in this instance, but quite literally, he's panicking because can you imagine Russian forces are now inside of Ukraine, almost halfway through Ukraine. I mean, take a look. If I zoom out, you can see Pokrovsk is very much inside of Ukraine, right? So that is a huge blow for Zelensky, and he is saying that I'm going to be sacking my commanders, which he did. He had sacked its commander of Eastern Donetsk group of forces. This as Ukraine General Alexander Lutsenko faced heavy criticism. So this is a Ukrainian commander. He faced criticism for failing to stop recent Russian advances on the key city of Pokrovsk. General Alexander Chernovsky is now the new head of operational and tactical group Donetsk. I want you to actually see here and read with me. And Pokrovsk is a key logistic hub for Ukrainian military and civilians in Donetsk. Battles around Pokrovsk come at a critical juncture of the more than two-year war. Ukrainian military reported 62 combat clashes near Pokrovsk in last 24 hours. So the Zionists, Zelensky, obviously Zionist forces, they are now trying to put a fight with these Russian forces in Pokrovsk, and in Kursk's region they're obviously facing inevitable defeat because of, again, according to Western media, the presence of the North Korean troops. I would like to believe And I think to an extent I do believe that North Korean troops are in Russia fighting with the Ukrainian forces alongside Russian forces, and I don't see any problem with that. A lot of people have problem. Oh, this is something Russia should not do. No, they can do it. I don't see any problem. I mean, the entire world, the NATO nations, 52 countries are ganging up on one country, Russia, and Russia cannot ask North Korea to pitch in if they want to help. It makes sense if they do. But a lot of people have real qualms about this. But anyways, so Russian forces now, they're closing in on strategic Ukrainian city Pokrovsk. Now let's talk about this one. The last news that I also want to share with you. In addition to losing all of these things, Russia, or I should say not Russia, Germany, US, they are now very, very paranoid, if I can use the word. Literally, they are very, very paranoid. Everything is happening in the European countries, including UK. Whenever they see a drone, for example, they panic. They do not know what is happening. But before I talk about one more of this kind of incident, I also want to actually share with you this particular news. Let's take a listen at this one first.
The Ukrainian president further asserted that there are information suggesting that North Korean troops can also be used in other parts of the front line, and losses among them are already evident. This follows Zelensky's claim last month that over 11,000 North Korean troops were deployed in Kursk and they have already suffered casualties. He has also accused Russian President Vladimir Putin of planning to expand and continue the war. Now, Russia and North Korea signed a strategic deal earlier this year, enabling increased military cooperation between the two nations. Meanwhile, Ukraine has replaced the commander overseeing defense of the eastern Donetsk region. General Alexander Tarvenevsky has been appointed as the head of the Donetsk operational and...
Okay, so this is what I have already mentioned, so I don't think I need to play this one more time. Let's talk about this last incident, what is happening. So basically, I want you to actually play the video at the same time. Take a look at this particular reporting. This is coming from Times of India, I believe. And they are saying this, that Russian drones, they have stormed US base in Europe. Okay, there's a question mark. And what they're saying basically is that these drones, they have no clue where these drones are coming from because these are unidentified drones. They were spotted. Again, they were spotted. I just actually want to maybe make this like this. They were spotted in Germany. What happened in UK, we already know a few days ago. They have spotted drones in UK over US military bases. Now they're spotting drones in Germany, and these are unidentified drones. And this is over the US Ramstein Air Base and major industrial facilities in Germany, raising concerns about sabotage. German authorities and US forces are investigating potential espionage or agent activity. So again, as I said, they're very paranoid. They do not know who to look for. What is going on? Following the incidents, the drone flights come amid heightened tensions over NATO support for Ukraine. Okay, again, something very, very bizarre, very, very strange that these people cannot find out where these drones are coming from, where it is made. A lot of people, they spin this narrative where they say that this is just a false flag from the European countries, from NATO, from US, just to hold Russia accountable for anything and everything, and accuse Russia of violating this, violating that, to garner support from the rest of the world, including, of course, they will definitely try to cozy up to more European and South American countries so that they get the help. Now, Russia, recently they have welcomed Donald Trump's comment. Take a look at this video.
Just hours after President...
Okay, so before I play the video, I just want to give you some idea what this video is about. So basically, Donald Trump recently criticized Joe Biden, saying that, oh, you should not be giving Ukraine more weapon, more money, stop all of these things, and you should not be giving them ATACMS missile. Russia, lo and behold, obviously, not lo and behold, but for quite some obvious reason, they said, oh, this is something absolutely fantastic. Donald Trump, thank you so much. Let's take a listen.
President-elect Trump criticized the Biden administration for allowing Ukraine to use U.S.-supplied ATACMS missiles to strike deep inside Russia. Kremlin-controlled TV praising the incoming president. More absolutely sensational news, the host says. Donald Trump condemned the use of ATACMS for attacks on the territory of Russia. He asked quite a natural question. Why are we doing it, and what are we trying to gain from it? He then answered, we're just fueling this war and making it worse. State TV also airing an extended segment on Trump becoming Time's Person of the Year, repeatedly depicting an Instagram post from the president-elect's son, Donald Jr., showing Trump kicking Ukraine's president, Volodymyr Zelensky, off the cover of Time.
Yeah, most likely that's what he'll do. Donald Trump, he's going to kick his ass. Oh, sorry about that. Should not be using that word. But things are not panning out for this guy, Zelensky, anymore. I mean, the more he's trying to stop this war or win this war and stop Russia, the more he's losing. And he's getting frustrated with the general. He's getting frustrated with the whole thing. He's also getting frustrated with NATO, even though they are spoon-feeding him. But sometimes he'll just lash out at NATO and U.S. Governments for not giving him enough. Some comments here. Thank you guys for your comments. I'll see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day.